Hey everybody, welcome back to another video recording of Tye Speaks. It's Tye Bentley himself, and I'm here to talk today. So the topic for today is going to be smile regardless. If you had the pleasure or the opportunity to check out my blog on Instagram titled Monday Motivation, you would have saw that I made a post today titled Smile Regardless. And with the motivation that I received from that, I also wanted to do a recording on Tye Speaks titled Smile Regardless. So today I'm going to start talking about just some things from the top of my head and from whatever's flowing in my heart about the topic of smile regardless. So I'll start with yesterday. Yesterday was an amazing day. Yesterday was Sunday, and I went to church as usual. Try to go to church every Sunday over at Highland Christian Center in Portland, Oregon, and it's one of the most amazing churches that I've ever been to. And I say that proudly. I really do. After that, I had the pleasure of, having lunch with one of my good friends who also goes with me. And, he's a phenomenal young brother himself. We have a lot of future plans and goals and set in motion that we're moving forward on in a positive way. And then after that, I went to work. And so that's typically what my Sundays look like. And so after work, I had the pleasure of going over to a family event, spending time with family, seeing my siblings, and that's always the warm of my heartbeat. Is everything I do, everything I think about, and who I'm becoming in life. I have to lead the way. I have 6 siblings, y'all, and not including the other 2 or 3 that's not blood relation to me. So underneath me, it's 10 of us. So everything. I'm at the head of all of that. I'm the oldest. I'm 21. Everyone else is under that. So everything I do and every aspect of choices I make or directions I go or just whatever I do, I'm always thinking, okay, I have to make sure that my brothers and sisters can look at me and be proud. Because they're next after me. And their next following, my direction and my path. It's so funny because I look at them sometimes and I see some of the things that they're doing. It's just like, y'all, I used to do that too. Or I used to say that too. Or I used to hang out with those people too. Or I used to play those games too. Like, I know what you're doing. It's so funny growing up, but I enjoy it. I embrace it because I know what is ahead of me and I know where I'm going. And that's a blessing because not a lot of people do. So it's amazing to just live, to be alive, and to grow. And that's one thing that keeps me going. That's why I record these videos. That's why I blog. That's why I write books. That's why I am Tye Bentley, and that's why I'm here. It's to motivate, to share my thoughts, and to grow, and to show others how to do the same. And so it's a blessing. Smile regardless. There's been times in my life where I would not smile. I remember as a child, I think I was in elementary school, and I hated my smile. People used to talk about me in elementary school because I had big lips, and I got them from my father. If you see my father, that man has large lips. It's a thing of the Petrie squad, I'm a Bentley, he's a Petrie, but it comes from the Petries. And I hated my lips, and so therefore I hated myself, a piece of myself, a piece of who I am, my appearance, my image. And it took years, y'all. It took years for me to get to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to embrace what God gave to me, But, during that time, I would not smile. I would not smile. Not one bit of smile would come off my face. And I remember I was 9 years old, and there was a lady named Cynthia Moore. Her name is now Cynthia Blackman, and she is kind of a second mom to me. I love her dearly, and she said to me, she said, "Son, why don't you ever smile?" And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, "Smile," and I was like, did a little fake smile, And she's like, "No, smile, cheese. I want to see you cheese now." And kind of like what I'm doing right now, I literally did that. And she was like, "There you go." She said, "I want to see you smile more often. Every time I see you, I want to see a smile on your face." And from that day forward, she planted that seed in my head of smiling. But, throughout my life and throughout my experiences, I still didn't have that smile. It wasn't until I graduated high school and I started serving. Once I started serving in my family's restaurant over at Poshine's Cafe de la Soul. I'm not there no more, but when I was there, I would smile. That's just customer service, just doing my job. People, you had to go to a table, greet a table with a smile on your face, and that's just what was expected. And so I began to create that routine and that momentum of, okay, hello, welcome to Pulse Shines. How can I help you today? Would you like to try a Sorrel? And I would smile as hard as I could because at the same time, like, I gotta get this tip, I gotta get this money. And so eventually, long story short, people used to tell me, oh my God, you have a great smile, you have a great smile. And I would say, thank you so much. But inside, I wasn't paying attention to that. I wasn't caring about that. Like, psh, my smile isn't great. I don't know. Like, I don't like my smile. I hate my smile. And so it wasn't until I left Pulse Shines and I went to the Olive Garden and I was serving a table and I walked away and I came back and one of the ladies there, she stopped me. She said, I want to tell you something. She said, you have an amazing smile. She said, when you smile, it brightens up the whole room. Like, she said, I just love your smile. You have an amazing smile. And I was like, wow. And for the first time, that's when I actually heard that. I heard it for real. I heard it in my heart. I heard it in my ears. I heard it in my mind. I heard it in my soul. And so from then on, I started to embrace my smile. But along with having this smile and learning how to embrace this smile as a 20-year-old young man, I also realized that there are times in my life when I would smile and it wasn't really, I wasn't inside of my heart, inside of my mind, inside of my emotions and my feelings, it wasn't real. But I was smiling regardless. And it's difficult when you're forced to be in a situation or you're forced to be in a place or you're on a pedestal where you have to smile. People are expecting to see you smile, but that's not inside of you. And I was talking today on my blog. I hope you all tune in and check it out because it's amazing. It just came right out of me. But smiling regardless, there's times in life where you're not going to feel that. It's not going to be in you. You know what I'm saying? You could get off of the phone from having a horrible conversation with someone and everything inside of your emotions and everything inside of your being is pulling you and propelling you to just be angry and frustrated and confused and hurt. But there are times when, especially in customer service, that's when you see fake smiles the most. People smile regardless because they have to change their momentum from, okay, it's not about me, I have to get this money, I have to pay my bills. And I've learned how to fake smile and then turn the corner and walk away and go back to the break room and just frown and be upset and be pissed, but in the subject of smiling regardless, you don't understand how important your smile is. To the next person watching you, your smile is everything to them. When someone looks at you, the first thing they see is your face. And then your face speaks volumes. Your space. I guess your space too. Your face does have an appearance that really can affect someone else, make or break. There's a time when a lady looked at me and she just had a mug on her face. And the next day I saw her, she was smiling. And I was so confused. I was like, okay, yesterday she had a mug on her face and today she's smiling. Do you like me or do you not like me? It really affects the next person. You don't realize how much your face expressions and how much your face can affect people. And so one thing that is always good to practice, because after the lady at the Olive Garden told me how my smile brightens up the room, one thing I did is I went home and I looked in the mirror and I started practicing my smile in the mirror. I started practicing my smile. I wanted to know what my smile looked like. I wanted to see what's brightening up the room because I didn't see it. I grew up not seeing it. No one told me this. No, I didn't feel that. I didn't think that. It wasn't until other people started to really just and continuously say that to me that it really meant something to me. I began to really just take a pause break and understand that my face and my smile is important. And it affects others, and it affects the space in the room, and the atmosphere, and the vibe. So my encouragement, my motivation, my mindset, and my goal is to just share this light with you. Smile. Smile regardless. No matter what's going on, no matter what the situation is, life is amazing. It gets better and better and better and better and better and better and better. What's worse can turn around to what's great, and we don't understand it during the time. During the process, it sucks. Life requires a process, and the process requires challenges. And we're going to go through challenges. We're going to go through this thing called a process, but it's going to lead to an abundant and an amazing life. And if you choose to see the positive, if you choose to think positive, if you choose to smile regardless, despite what's going on, despite the misery, despite the hurt, despite the pain, or despite, the sadness. I've had to smile in many sad moments, but I understood that my smile affected others. And even if it was just one person, at least that one person could say, you know what, Ty's still smiling. You know what I'm saying? That could give them hope to live and to stay positive and to remain and to even smile for themselves. There's many times I've seen someone, with a frown on their face, and I would, hey, how you doing? And they would see my smile, and then they would smile back to me. For instance, today I was pulling into the On Point to deposit my check, and I saw a lady. She was backing out, and I felt like she felt that I was rushing her, because in order for me to accelerate, I needed her to hurry up and back out so I can go forward. And she was just slowly backing out, and she was staring at me the whole time as if, like, oh, okay, like, frantic, that I was maybe impatient. And so I waved at her and I smiled. And then she smiled and she waved back and she said thank you. And to me, that meant the world to me, because it helped me to understand that sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes that's all it takes is just a smile. Sometimes a smile can really change the whole course of someone's day. A smile or a frown. But you get to choose what you do. You get to choose what you're going to do next. You get to choose who you're going to smile or you're going to frown. So, God bless you. This is Tye Speaks. I'm glad you tuned in. I'm glad you watched it. My motivation and my light, and the title of today's topic is Smile Regardless.